We're here.
You're such a dick.
We're rolling.
By the way, if anything goes wrong, it's my fault.
This is take 3 today, everybody.
Yeah.
Take 3 on a Couple of Nuts Talking podcast.
Bethany and Sean. We are a couple of nuts talking.
Let's not take it out on them.
Let's not burden them with it.
You guys are so cute and
love
pretty.
You guys so much. Hey,
Look
nuts.
at you guys, my little fluffins.
Hey, little nuts.
I just, I can't help it. I love our people so much. I treat them like our pets.
That's offensive.
Why? Why would you say that's bad?
Don't want to really reference people. And this isn't, animals are better than humans sometimes.
I love my cats the most.
So pets that we take care of and we just spoil and love.
That's what I mean. What are you talking? Yes.
Well,
I don't mean like a sex dungeon pet.
Some pets are considered,
I didn't say pests. I said pets.
They're lowly, dogs are just kind of a thing that people.
Okay, well, if you know me,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Thank you for making what I did. That's a very positive thing into a Debbie Downer thing.
It is. It's very sweet. What's up, little nut pets?
See,
little
my
pet
little
nuts.
fluffins. You're so cute.
Our little pet nuts. Hey, we got some lists. We got some new listeners around the world.
I saw. I'm excited.
Vietnam in the house.
What's up?
And we
Philippines.
also got the Philippines in the house. So happy to have you here with a couple of nuts.
Yeah. Thank you. Keep telling your friends. Keep sharing.
Spread the word.
Spread the word, because that's the only way we're going to get out there. And if you're laughing and having fun, let's let everybody laugh and have fun.
The worldwide word.
And I bet you that your friends have the same sense of humor as you do, which means that we would all be friends.
Maybe you don't even find us funny. You just like the sound of our voices.
You really want to be one of those guys on
what are you talking
on those
about?
Meditation things. Or
I'm
whatever.
not really sure what you're referring to.
Really,
right
and
now.
that's why you're putting on the voice right now.
I have no idea what you're saying to me.
That actually puts me to sleep. Don't.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bethany. I'm being dead serious.
Wow. And then you'd fart. In the middle of their meditation, you would just be like fart and
We
burps.
should do something like that. We could do a whole meditation episode.
We could do a
and
funny
some
one, yeah.
Farts and fun stuff and just nutty stuff because we do such
Just
nutty
cashew,
things.
almond, pistachio stuff.
Hey, everybody, go ahead and tell your friends about us. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram, ACON Podcast. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook, A Couple of Nuts Talking Podcast, A Couple of Nuts Podcast Talking on Facebook.
Yes.
And please review us on Apple Podcasts and all the other platforms that you can. I think CastBox is another one. We got people listening. We got Anchor, people listening. Obviously, Anchor's our main. What is that?
I thought Apple and Anchor are main ones.
Well, Anchor is you listen to the commercial. And so, yeah, review us, follow us. Because you can follow us on that platform, too, the Anchor.
Yeah.
And Spotify, follow us and tell your friends about us.
Yeah.
And seriously. Anyways, you're making a face like you were going to say, I'm not really feeling this right now. Just get back into it, honey. That's not how these things work. You don't just look and say, I don't want to do this right now. Or I want to erase everything we just said. It's necessary that we do everything we just did.
We had to do the intro like 3 times because something was wrong with the computer.
3 is our number, though, so it makes sense.
It is. So this means it's going to be even better this time. I think that our first intro was the best, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was really good. We were talking about what we did this. We were going to go on a tangent. We're going to talk about it. We still will about what we did this morning.
Yeah.
So what happened was Bethany was like, oh, we had such a lovely morning. And then she got up and stretched. And then she said, what did you do? In which I responded, I got up, checked myself out in the mirror, noticed how thick my motherfucking legs are looking.
I can't with the thickness thing because you have
thick-ass
little chicken legs. You have chicken legs.
The fucking, if you're like
and
that,
if this is,
a
now
rooster
the ladies
legs.
will get this.
I got rooster legs.
The ladies and some guys will get this. When men tell you something's thick and it's not, or men tell you something's long and it's not, I think you know where I'm going with that. Like, what else do they think is thicker than it really is or longer than it really is?
I'm just simply
Am I
referring
right?
to
So the
my
fact
legs.
that you're calling your little tiny toothpick legs thick ass legs, and I feel like, oh, baby, the cabinet above you just fucking opened up by itself. Look.
Of course it did. It happens all the time.
Oh, it does?
Well, you know why?
Why?
That's where I keep all my shit.
Yeah. All the haunted shit.
That's where all my haunted and antiques are.
Yeah. You guys, you should take a picture of I have goosebumps.
I'm getting chills right now. Oh my God, I
feel
oh my
cold.
God.
Look.
Oh God, I am too. Look.
Look. Babe, look at my legs. Look at my legs.
Oh my God.
Look at here. Get it. You can.
Well,
see
you need
my-
to film.
Look. Oh, here.
You need to film the door.
Oh man, look at.
Film the door.
Look at my legs, you guys.
Film
and
the
my
door.
Arms.
Look at my arm. Stick it.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's the cabinet.
Well, what you just did, you turned it so it's not going to be filming that way because I was filming the other way.
Oh well, okay then.
So
Well, now it's losing its vibe because you yell at me all the time. Jesus
well,
Christ.
maybe it's negative because it's making me angry what you just did. And you handed back to me still filming, which is fascinating.
I wanted proof of you being a jet.
Did you film the up there?
A little bit. I'm pretty sure I did.
Wow.
You know what's funny? Go ahead. So I'll bring that up. I hope I remember.
Anyways, my legs are looking thick as fuck. I'm weighing in at a solid 170. I'm balancing between 170 and 170.
Nobody
I am
cares
talking
about your
right now.
weight.
172.5. 170, 172.5 depends on
How
if we-
Erica Jane Tom, whatever his last name is of you.
Oh yeah.
Remember when she said something and he's like, I'm talking Erica.
Yeah.
On the Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh man.
Man, that shit show.
What a shit show.
It's so funny how nice all the ladies are being on that Beverly Hills. I know a lot of you probably don't watch it, but some of you might. We watch it, and it's funny because I was always saying, I don't remember if you did, babe, but I was always saying, like, I don't know. I'm not into, like, Erica Jane. Like, I was way in the beginning.
We liked her at
in
first.
the beginning.
Yeah.
But, like, the last 2-3 seasons, I've not been feeling her at all.
Well, yeah, she's evil and rotten to the core.
And there it is.
There's no doubt about it.
No doubt. Well,
She sold her soul.
yeah. Like, there's just so many signs because of what I do for a living. Like,
And just a heads up, a couple of nuts is going to try something out when the new Bachelor season starts. We're gonna do episodes that night. We're gonna review each episode of The Bachelor. We're gonna go along the whole journey, and it'll be. I don't know if we're gonna do it under ACON talking or we'll just start a whole new.
or it'll
thing.
be ACON bacheloring.
Bacheloring, yeah. And we're gonna be posting episodes the day after The Bachelor, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, sounds like a lot of work.
It does. So we'll see how many episodes.
We're gonna
we get.
try it.
If it takes off, we'll keep doing it.
We're gonna try it.
Yeah. We just watch it and we're so bitchy during it. We're like, this is stuff that we feel like you guys would want to hear because we're so good at bitching
We
about
watch
things.
all those reality shows,
We do.
everybody. We
Just
love
dead TV.
all the Real Housewives we watch. Beverly Hills, New York, Orange County, Potomac, New Jersey. We watch all those motherfuckers, and we watch Vanderpump Rules, even though that's on hold right now.
I don't know though. They lost all their good people.
Well, they're probably looking for even scummier people as we speak, which are out there. I'm sure they got to get a whole new batch
in that
of scums.
area too, for
Yeah.
sure. Just, I mean, they were exactly right where they looked. They got it right. It just was so incestuous. So
Yeah.
it's going to be difficult finding I feel like they'll almost have to find a whole new group
I
of
think that's what they're
going to
do.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what's taking so long.
Yeah.
But we love those shows.
Oh, like the challenge. The challenge is
Oh, and
back.
then we love competition shows.
Oh, man.
Challenge Survivor is our favorite.
Favorite. It's coming back soon.
At the beginning of the pandemic, everybody,
Big Brother.
we watched on Hulu.
Yeah.
They had the first 37 seasons of Survivor. And we watched all
of them.
37 of
All
them.
of them.
There was a few seasons that were missing a couple episodes, but for the most part, every episode was there. And this show is on weekly.
Yeah. And here's what's interesting. It's not only I've seen some of them before, and I cannot tell you, like, Sean's really good at remembering who these people are. When I watch these shows, it's like a form of meditation. It's like I love watching. I'm really into them. But as soon as they're off, have no idea what their names are.
Yeah.
I can't identify them out of the lineup.
I'm not really good at that, but
I feel like you're better than me, which makes you good at it.
Well, the winner is usually, you can remember the winner of the show. Yeah. A little more easier to do.
There's 41 or something of them. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I remember the first one because it was such an epic show.
See, that's weird to me
like
because you don't remember the last one that was just on last year,
don't.
but I do. But you remember one from 20 years ago.
Because it was the first one. Like, it was, Survivor, this new show.
Yeah.
And I want to say I did. I watched it while it was on. And I called that he would win. And I think that it hit me. Like, that's what made me remember. Because I was like, the whole time, I was like, this guy's going to win.
Yeah.
And he did. And I was so impressed and surprised that he won. And I was such a fan then because I was like, oh, I felt like...
Surprised and impressed with yourself?
Yeah.
For knowing?
Well, because 20 years ago, there weren't that many competition shows.
Yeah.
They were one of the first. It was like Amazing Race, Big Brother, this show. I don't know who came up first. Probably Survivor.
I've auditioned for Big Brother and Survivor. I've sent in self-tapes.
I am so excited, you guys. So if any of our listeners know any of those people and you can hook us up, let's get a couple of nuts on. Or what if we both went on like Big Brother secretly?
Yeah.
Like we do a podcast together and they're on, right? And it's like this whole secret. And you remember, I don't know, because you haven't gotten to watch all the past seasons of that because I've also watched it. But there were a couple seasons where they were having secret duos. So like some were dating, some were best friends, some were family members.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. Of course, they all ended up coming out.
Yeah.
And they thought like, let's not tell anybody.
They need to do that again.
I know. And how great would be if we're like, it's a couple of nuts on there.
Well, you need to self-tape as well.
Yeah, I mean, we can try and go in as a duo.
So
anyone
together.
knows a Big Brother person or a Survivor person. I don't mean contestants. I mean like people who work on the show.
Yeah.
Jeff Probst.
Ooh, Probst.
Julie Chen.
Julie Chen.
Julie Chen Moonves.
Oh, man.
Even Jeff Probst will, but Julie Chen probably can't do anything. But like any of the execs.
Hey, so I don't even know how we got here.
I love that we're sitting here begging them to help us do shit.
Yeah. I don't know how we got here, but we did. And anyways, back to my thick ass motherfucking
No, we're not going back to your legs.
So
You're
I'm
no
looking
booty,
fit. I'm looking
chicken
good.
legs.
I'm looking good. And I'm not even getting that much sleep lately.
I thought you were going to say I haven't been getting much pussy lately.
I'm looking good and I haven't even been fucking that much lately. So
that's funny.
That is what it is. But so our morning was nice and we ate some brekkie and then there's a nice
we went for a walk.
There's a nice little coffee shop up the street from us. So we went for a little walk to get our vitamin D going. And our cardio.
Real important, guys, to get that sunlight.
Get that vitamin D. Get out in the sun for a few minutes every day, guys. It's good for you.
And for me to say that is a big triumph because
Bethany doesn't like to go.
I do not like sun.
She doesn't like to go outside.
I don't like to go outside. I do know. I just so often I've been outside and then I get sick from too much sun. Like I get physically, I get nauseous and I get dizzy and so I know that vitamin D is good for me, but too much sun makes me sick. And so you know how it is when you get scared because you guys may not know this yet, but I'm terrified of throwing up. I'm terrified of vomiting. I've only done it twice in my whole life. One, I was so drunk, I have no idea that I did it.
Yeah.
And the other,
I've thrown up 1,000. I think we've talked about this actually.
We have, but I just wanted to recap in case this isn't, and then I threw up once when I was a kid, like 7 years old. I had the flu.
This is just one time I threw up. I was having a little party at my first apartment. And I'm standing in the kitchen. We have a few people over. I've been drinking all day, just hard booze, just pounding it out of the bottle. And I'm talking with someone. I don't remember if it was a guy or a girl. And then I take a shot, and then I start feeling sick. And I'm talking to them. I'm just like, and I say to the person, "Oh, hold on real quick." I turn around into the sink.
Wow.
Turn back around and then just continue the conversation. And their face was they were just like, "Are you okay, man?" I was like, "Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it." That was a normal thing for me.
Yeah, obviously.
Just throwing up.
My aunt, who I love, who is not with us anymore, she was a thrower upper. I mean, any smell, any little weird thing. And she would just be like, yeah, she'd be like, oh, I'm going to throw up. And she legit would throw up. And like,
oh, what's that smell?
yes. Like she'd be eating and all of a sudden something would go in her mouth that she didn't
Which
like.
aunt was that?
Aunt Nancy.
Oh, Nance.
I love Nancy. She was kind of like my dad because she'd go on all our vacations with us.
That's my Aunt Nancy impersonation.
No, she was quiet. She was like, no, I shouldn't say that. She was, it wasn't like that kind of noise. It was more like, it was deeper. Yeah. No, it was,
Oh my God.
like she was gagging. And then she would like, okay, so she'd always have us over to make Christmas cookies.
Yeah.
She'd have all of us little, she didn't have any kids. So she would have all of her best friends who were like sisters. Because my mom doesn't have any sisters. So, but I had 3 aunts growing up. I had Aunt Laura, Aunt Judy, and Aunt Nancy. And I actually had several others, but they lived farther away.
Say Aunt Laura?
Yeah.
I had an Aunt Laura too.
Yeah. But they weren't really blood, but they were because like I grew up with them. I saw them all the time. They're at every family function. Like I said, instead of my dad going on trips with us, he would never go. Too busy getting with the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
That my Aunt Nancy
Smashing
would go.
ass.
Pumping dick.
The dick pumps.
That's why I said pumping dick.
So he's pumping puss.
But the dick's pumping.
But you need something
The
to
pussy's
pump.
getting pumped.
Right.
I said
you
pussy.
need-
I never say pussy.
It's weird.
It
You're
was
saying
weird.
it a bunch today. You said it twice. You said it a few times today already.
That is so. It's like I feel like the
Something came in.
Something came out.
Yes.
Of the cabinet
Honey,
door.
it happens all the time. That's why I get
You
angry
guys
sometimes.
have no idea. I coined puss, and I've been saying puss my entire life since I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, when you weren't supposed to say pussy, and I've been saying that, and now it's just flowing off the tip of my tongue like I've said it every day.
Yeah.
Anywho. What the fuck was I
Aunt
saying?
Nancy making cookies with
Oh,
everybody.
right. So, okay. So, let's give me backstory. So, all of us kids of the other girls would come. And by the way, that's just like 3 kids. It's my brother, me, and one other kid because all 3 of the other ladies didn't have kids. So, Aunt Laura, Aunt Judy, and Aunt Nancy never had kids. And they always were really great to us. It was like we were their kids. So, they kind of spoiled us a little bit. Anyway, So every Christmas, she would have us come over and make Christmas cookies. Now she is the worst cook ever. Like, I don't know. It was really just to be fun and have fun.
Yeah.
And we would sleep over and
It was more of a communal family thing. Didn't matter the quality. It was the
Honestly,
quantity of time opposed to the quality of the food.
now that I'm not a child, I actually think, and this is pretty deep, I actually think she was deciding if she wanted kids.
Oh, you think she was
I do. And
trying
she
it
would,
out?
Yeah, like she would have, I remember sometimes I'd hang out with her and then she'd give it us back and whatever. I do. I feel like there was a little bit of that. And
Yeah.
obviously we cured her of wanting kids instantly.
Right.
But anyway, so we would make cookies. They were disgusting. They were just inedible. They looked ugly. We were all very incapable of making a fucking tree or a Santa.
You guys didn't use cookie cutters? You know, they have cookie cutters for that.
Probably,
And they're very
yeah.
cheap.
No, she never had cookie cutters, so
Wow.
we were smushing it with our hands and trying to make them.
That's fun, but you can't
so-
get sharp edges by smashing.
Yeah, but
I mean,
you
I
know
guess
how
can if you
much-
pinch, but
Do you know how much kids need the dough of cookies when they're
Oh,
making
yeah.
something? So cookies aren't meant to do that because they have butter in it. It melts. So anyways, we would make all these cookies and we'd be eating the dough. She would encourage it. Here, this is great. Here, have some of this.
of course.
So we would all feel horrible
Yeah.
afterwards. And then we'd go to sleep, but we'd go to sleep right away because just so you know, if you have too much sugar,
Sugar crash.
you crash.
Yeah.
So anyways, and she would eat all this dough and like mid cookie baking, she'd be like, "Oh, excuse me." And then you just hear her be like, "Ugh." She'd just fucking throw up. So she'd eat all this food.
Because of the smell of the cookies baking?
No, because we were eating so much raw dough.
No.
We were just eating, and then we would eat the cookies after they were done, of course. And she's not a mom, so she was just like, eat up, everyone. She's like Jesus holding her arms out like,
So because
just
she
eat.
saw you guys eating so much cookie dough, she threw
No,
up?
she ate.
Oh, she did? Yeah.
Yes. My Aunt Nancy used to be...
Oh, eat it up, kids.
My Aunt Nancy used to be like 100 pounds heavier than later. But yeah, no, she would eat that shit up.
That is
all of
hilarious.
us. We would have it all over our face. We were just slobs.
Of course you were.
Yeah, but yeah, she would throw up for that too.
That is hilarious. I want to tell another one of my throw up. God, I have so many throw up stories. There was one time where I was playing a show in a band. I was in a little tour, and we were at the House of Blues in Las Vegas, and it was my birthday. And after the singer said it was my birthday on stage. So afterwards, I always went straight to the bar after I played.
People just buy you drinks.
Yeah, and this kind of hot chick, was like, was kind of like, let me buy.
Wow.
Let me buy you a drink. She's like, what are you drinking? I was like, oh, yeah. Let me get a double shot of Jack, huh?
Top
Trying to be
shelf.
all cool.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do top shelf. I was just Jack Daniels. Double shot. Thinking I'm Mr. Cool
What
Guy.
a jerk, though, because she's buying you a drink and you're like, a double.
Yeah, of course that's what I was going to order anyways, but she offered to pay for it. So I said, okay, because it's my birthday. And she just saw me play in a band. So the drink comes, we're looking. She's like, so what's, where are you guys from? Yada, yada. I'm like, oh, yeah, L.A., and I take...
Ow. Sorry, I just hit my knee.
I take the shot, and then literally within 10 seconds, I think I'm all cool. I'm like, yeah, hold up.
Wait, you took the whole shot at
Took
once?
the whole shot at once. 10 seconds, it kind of churns on my bill. I'm like, oh, God.
Because you probably haven't eaten.
And then I just look down at my shoes, and I go like, just a quick one. Just a quick one comes out.
That's so dope. Knowing you invited her back to your room, and then it was just awkward.
Oh, no. She looked at me, and she was like, and turned around and walked away.
Yeah, good.
And that was that. And then...
well, because you wasted her money.
yeah, I think it was because I wasted her money, and it's just the...
Because you could have sipped it, babe.
the allure of the rock star, it was just like came crashing down in front of her. She probably never tried to hit on a musician again
she
after
did.
that.
She just
kept
identified.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She identified better. Yeah, made sure they were pros.
That was a funny one. I got a lot of stories like that.
Yeah,
babe.
that's weird. That's funny. I was gonna mention how we went. So we went when we go for walks in the morning. We usually go to a cute little coffee shop by our house, and we sit down to wait for our drinks. Usually at a little table, and there was a table adjacent to ours while Sean was waiting to get the drinks. That couldn't help. I mean, they were. Not they. The dude was really talking loud, so obviously he wanted people to hear what he was talking about. But
yeah.
They were very much on a first date because they kept saying like, well, on your profile.
Right. Look at this. Morning dates. Yeah, they were all dressed up really nice on a Saturday
like full
morning.
face makeup.
Morning dates.
So I was telling Sean how if I've never done any online dating. To me, it's like, it's the same reason why I won't get produce delivered. Like if I can't pick it up, smell it, and squeeze it,
Yeah.
I need to see it to see what it's all about.
Yeah.
And the vibe of the fruit. And online dating, to me, it's none of those things. Like the pictures are usually a farce. And that's the other thing is like, I like posting pictures with no filter. I don't even really know how to do filters. That's how little I do filters.
Yeah.
But I feel like all of that stuff's such a lie at first, which I guess just dating in itself is a lie at first. Anyways, they were like, your profile said this, your profile said this. And I was just watching her, and part of a big part of who I am is being a communication coach. And I love that. I love watching the body and people's reactions and how they hold themselves and their voice and all these things. And I'm watching her, and she's so nervous, and she's so self-conscious, and she's constantly fixing herself and putting her hair back and taking it. She would put it behind her ear and then pull it back out and then put it behind
He
her
was
ear.
absolutely dominating
And
the situation.
didn't fucking give a shit.
No.
It's so wonderful. And here's the thing, ladies or men who are on a first date.
Yeah, it happens for anybody.
Yeah, I said ladies and men who are on the first date. If you go in confident, and I know you're like, well, but I'm nervous. What if I like them? usually what happens is there's an attraction and then you get nervous.
Yeah.
If you're not attracted to the person, you don't get nervous. So I would recommend going on first dates with people that you know it'll never work. And I want you to sit in your skin and your body and know how you move and how you answer questions and how you're just in the moment because you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I want you to try to apply that when you're on a date.
Yeah.
Because the difference of what the dude was giving, and by the way, she was so into it because he's just being himself,
Yeah.
super comfy,
Let me
confident.
get a double shot of Jack, huh?
Right, exactly. Yeah,
That's what he did, basically.
Luckily, they drank coffee.
Minus that.
And she was just so like so frenetic and self-conscious, and it was just it was a lovely juxtapose. Like I wish I could have recorded it to show people because it was such a wonderful example.
You know what was really cute about it too is she was wearing this little kind of like brick red, like onesie overall jumpsuit thing. So Bethany goes, as we're leaving out the doors, she goes up to her, I guess to maybe boost her confidence a little bit. That's why you went up to her and you told her how cute she looked.
Yeah.
Which is really nice of you. But then as we were leaving, Bethany looked at herself. She's like, oh shit. And what Bethany's wearing is absolutely adorable. Don't get me wrong, but we were dressed completely different than these two. I got my Navarro black tank top on.
You do not what it have
You
it
do not
takes.
have what it takes to be on a morning date. And then I have some black shorts that go above the knees and some red Toms. And now Bethany's got this little sleeveless shirt with the earth on it. She's got a fanny pack with cherries on it. Some tight jeans. And then she just got some actually brick red Toms.
Yeah.
And then she was wearing some cartoon Dracula
Vampire.
socks.
Yeah.
So we were thinking that the lady probably looked at Bethany and just been like,
I made
"Oh,
her
fuck."
more self-conscious.
Yeah.
Because she's like the clown in the fucking room.
This adult dressed like a 10-year-old just
But
told me how great I look.
I will say this because, sorry, I often,
Ooh.
you can cut that out.
No.
Often, and this isn't to like toot my own horn or anything, but I don't give a shit.
Right.
So the confidence that I exude, I think sometimes pushes my fashion.
Honey, we were just having fun with it. I'm sure she thought you were adorably dressed. They were staring at us.
They were staring at us. So I felt like either, I'm a clown or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I have no problem with you saying any of that. I was just going to be funny and add something, but you
We
cut
thought
me off.
that was
so.
adorable. And then we were thinking, what if Bethany just went up to her and randomly said, "You're a dumb doo-doo head."
So I
and
like
then just
to
walked
say,
away.
I say to Sean all the time, "You're a dum doo head."
Dumb doo-doo head.
And
Dumb doo-doo head.
and then I have a song, dum doo head.
Honey, they know the song. We've sung the song
Dum
before.
dum doo
Doo-doo head.
Honey,
Come on
not
now.
everybody's gonna
Oh, that's
start
true.
at
I
one.
guess we have to repeat some stuff.
Yes.
Dum dum doo doo head. Oh, come on.
That's a dum dum doo head. That's right now, dum dum doo head. So yeah, that was just so funny. We busted up laughing as we were walking out because I was
Right.
like, "You're a dum doo head."
Hey, oh my God! I just wanted to tell you something. You're a dum dum doo doo head. Enjoy your day.
Nice outfit, dum doo head.
You look like a dumb. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
That.
that's that. Here's something I've been doing lately, and this isn't even a rant. This doesn't even need to go on for any longer than the words that come out of my mouth.
Okay.
I just wanted to let our listeners know that I growl at my farts now.
You do.
I growl at them, and I highly suggest that you try it. Next time you fart, growl at it.
The thing is, I do like it because I know it happened. So I know I can breathe through my mouth.
I always let you know that I fart.
No, sometimes you just fart and think I hear it or I'm paying attention.
98.9% of the time, I'd even say 99.8% of the time, I announce my farts.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying out in the world, in the scheme of things, it's a nice touch so that people can do their what do they call it? Not recon. They do their like survivor mode, survival techniques of a fart in the room. Give us a little heads up. And now I get a growl. I'm like yes. And by the way, he growls. The amount of growl is determined on the stank.
On the stank.
Yeah.
So if it's just like a, and then it's an air fart with no stink.
Yeah. And I think sometimes you're disappointed.
But if it's a really juicy, sometimes I'll bark at it. I'll bark at the goddamn thing.
He goes hog wild.
You ever seen your pets fart and they scare themselves? It happens all the time.
Yeah. I've done it in my sleep, he said.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't scare me, but it scared you.
Yeah, it's a loud pop. Oh, there you go. Nice, babe. Thanks.
Bah.
Wow. I'll keep. Yeah. Pull it back when you do that. That's the whole thing. You got to pull back.
Says the man who goes,
oh, you mean, hey, nuts.
yeah, that's.
It's getting nutty in here. Am I right?
Do you know what's funny? I sometimes think, like, why do people listen to us? Like, all we do is talk about shits and farts and burps
and ourselves.
And ourselves.
I think a lot of people relate to us.
Okay.
I've been told that we're relatable and people feel the same way about certain things that we do.
But they never talk about it.
They never talk about it. Like I had a buddy when we talked about when you're first dating and you take shits and like you have to figure out how you're going to take a shit when you're first starting in a relationship. And my buddy had to figure out like the closest cafe, the closest fucking
we talked about
norms.
This.
Yeah.
And I told my friend had to go in the lobby.
So people think about these things, but they don't talk about these things.
Well, now it's being talked about.
We love to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yesterday, we were watching the Val Kilmer autobiography.
Oh, Val Kilmer documentary.
Great by A24.
If you're on A24, if you got Amazon Prime, watch the Val documentary called Val.
Yeah, I love A24. It's amazing, and everything I like so far that I've seen. But anyways, Val, we were watching it, and I crawled up next to Sean.
She did. She got very emotional
cuddle.
during it.
I did. It was
a roller coaster ride for you.
It was a heartbreaker. It was so much stuff. Like just the way. I mean, it was really well done.
It's really cool because he's been filming himself since the beginning, since before he even catapulted like into Top Gun or Real Genius or anything like that. He was just filming himself because his brother was an aspiring director, like all kids
since he was like 10.
Yeah. Like I used to film
earlier.
everything too. I wish I had those tapes, but I lost them in a storage unit. But
it's like the 80s show Goldberg's. That guy did too.
So he just carried on his brother's legacy.
Matt
and just
Goldberg
filmed himself, auditioning for stuff and then moving to New York and then going in theater and then finally on set of the Tombstone and Top Gun. It was really cool.
Yeah, to see those things is cool.
I mean, you got emotional.
I did. But I snuggled up and then Sean kept talking and then it was smelling like shit in the room. And I was just like, what is that smell? And then I asked, I'm like, did you fart? And he's like, no, I would tell you. He gets all defensive. Like,
did you hear me growl? Did I growl?
And so he didn't do that. And I was like, oh. And then we were watching it some more. And then we started discussing a little bit about what we saw. And then I was like, oh, my God, it's your fucking mouth.
It's my breath.
Your breath smells
I drank
so bad.
this crazy-ass, like, elixir cold brew from Erewhon Groceries, which is like this high-end fucking grocery store.
Dope-ass grocery store.
Amazing grocery store. But they had in their sample.
A little overpriced. A lot overpriced.
I mean, it is what it is,
Yeah.
but if it's in this, they give away free samples, and there was this cold brew in a glass bottle, and it was like an elixir, and it had all this stuff in it. But you even took a sip of it,
I did.
and then you had a nasty ass shit.
Yeah, I took
breath.
it later, the sip, but and I was like, oh God, a lot of that health stuff tastes real shitty, and it's like I remember when I was vegan. I had a very difficult time. That's when I was going to Erewhon at first, because I could just, thinklessly, is that a word? Mindlessly, order anything because all of it's so healthy and vegan and no dairy and no meat products. And so I loved going there. First of all, I would get these shakes that they have, and they ask you like, is anything wrong with you or whatever? And then you put all this stuff in to help you feel better, and you leave with a $50 shake. That's supposed to make you feel better. And it was, and Sean knows, you guys may not know, I am a very picky eater.
Yeah, you are.
And I would spend all this money on these shakes, and I'd be like, I can't fucking drink this shit. Like, this is difficult to get down the gullet. Like if they had, you know how at Pets, how you put the healthy stuff in between some hamburger and you give it to them, and then maybe like if they could somehow wrap that in chocolate cake or something, it would be great. Or just put some chocolate cake in it to mask it.
Of course.
But it's all healthy, zero other stuff.
Hold on a second. What if they wrapped really delicious, good for you stuff in bacon?
Right, because one would kind of negate the other.
Yeah.
Right? Like it would be so healthy that it would negate any bad the bacon gave you.
So you're taking your vitamin B12, your D, your this, your that, but you also get to take down a tasty piece of bacon.
Well, let me clarify. When you get a shake at these types of health food places,
$20 shakes.
I said $50 shakes because it depends how many things you add in. And don't ever answer. You guys, if the fucking smoothie barista asks you, you got anything wrong with you today?
Yeah.
They're going to talk you into some motherfucking disgusting tasting shit that costs a fucking mortgage on your home. So that's what I would fall for it every time, because they're just like, is there anything wrong?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I mean, not really. Really? Do you have headaches? And it's like, well, yeah, I've had headaches. You tired? Yeah, I guess I'm tired. Yeah. Right? So you start answering these questions. And at the end, you get a shitty, fucking expensive drink that helps nothing because you didn't really have those symptoms anyways. But anyways.
And it's just like you're going to have to spend, what? You're going to have to drink that. One time isn't going to fix you.
One time? No. And what's crazy is what I was going to say. It's not like regular shit they're putting in there like that you understand. Where you're like, oh, vitamin D. Sounds right. Calcium. I've heard that one before. No, it's like bees nectar farts and like cat's claw meow.
Guatemalan butterfly vomit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like bat dung from specific caves from the Hawaiian Appalachian. I don't know what that is.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying. But I understand what you mean by that.
And then you look at it and it's always shit color. It's always like liquid shit color.
Yeah.
And it's just, you take a sip and they always ask, how is it? And that initial taste is like, I don't know. By the way, on the initial taste, they must dip the straw in like chocolate or something.
Right, because it's good.
Because it's fine.
And then when you start getting into it.
And then by the time you get to the register, you're like, this is some fucking Dr. Oz diarrhea that you just put in my drink.
Can I say something I find funny about these places too, these fancy high-end grocery stores? They make all these fancy-ass juices, and then they bottle them up too. So you got all these like adults that think they're all fucking fancy and shit, walking around with essentially baby bottles.
Baby bottles. Baby
sippy
get my
cups. Juice? Can I get my juice? I'm going to get a big old bottle of orange juice this morning. I'm going to walk around with my baby bottle juice. What's that all about? It's like a big gulp. It's a big gulp juice, big old adult.
I got my sippy cup of juice.
You ever seen those like 68 ounce fucking big gulp cups? Man, what the fuck?
Yeah. Every truck driver's dream right there.
I guess I understand for a truck driver.
Yeah, it's
that
less
makes
stops.
Sense. But seeing,
although the pee-ish situation, but yeah, it is. It's like a toddler. It's like a regression to toddlerness.
I want my orange juice.
And then especially seeing grown men just like holding it and then using the straw. No one can see me, but it's just like, man. And I remember I'd go there and there's always suits there. There's always like agents and rich people.
Depends on where you are, but
and then they're like walking around thinking they're the hot stuff, and then they take it a little sip, they're like
a little baby bottle,
and you're like, oh man, I can't. You're a man body, just deal with fucking germs and bounce them off your chest, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What else?
Oh, I did look something, because I make a list of stuff.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got for me now?
Wait.
Hear me now.
I don't even know what I meant by this.
What does it say?
I put the Edge and review said 3 stars. Oh.
What?
I said, and who is reviewing Dumb and Dumber People? Hated.
Oh, yeah. We talked about how we're going to review reviewers. We still need to do that.
This is something different. So, what I was saying is, okay, I don't know if you guys have noticed, and hopefully I didn't talk about this yet because it's written on this, but if you've been starting to read reviews on like Google and Amazon and Yelp and stuff, people are, and I'll just use Amazon because that's where I found it. When you get a product, they ask you to review it.
We talked about
and that they
this.
give 5 stars, but they say
right. They
stupid
tell
shit.
the truth.
Okay, that's what I thought.
They tell you, because we've done that. We ordered, something, and then the people that sell it say, "Hey, give us a 5-star review, and we'll give you some wireless headphones."
Yeah,
So
take
people
that
leave
out.
the 5-star reviews. Well, for listeners that haven't listened, you can go back to an episode and listen to it. But people give their real. They'll give 5 stars, but they'll say how shitty the product actually truly is, which is pretty funny.
Oh, I'll talk about this. So, Sean and I, we do CBD.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. And there's lots of stuff we'll talk about CBD, but for this one, we take CBD, and we recently, and by recently I just mean like the last 4 or 5 months, we started using like the vape pens for CBD to fall asleep. And they're pretty expensive, the vape pens. Like, they don't last long. Like,
it's like $20.
Mr. fucking Marlboro Man over here just sucks in as much as he possibly can.
Well, that's the addict in me. And just to be clear, CBD doesn't get you high. Doesn't get me high.
No, there's
at all.
no psychotropic effects when you have CBD.
It helps with aches and pains. It's like taking an ibuprofen, but it doesn't have
It's healthier
all
for
that
you.
Tylenol in it and shit.
Well, any chemicals. It shouldn't have any chemicals in it. But anyway, so we do the vape together, and what I realized is you just can secondhand your vapes, guys.
Yeah, we do that.
So if you do THC or CBD vapes and you want to save money, Sean's like, I'm doing a sleepy time CBD. And I'm like, all right. And I stand right next to him. He sucks it in.
Well, it's called a shotgun. It's like, it's been done forever.
Okay, well, I don't do a lot of drugs. So.
Yeah, we used to do that with smoking weed. It's called a shotgun hit.
Right, I've seen that before. But I always thought it was for like a couple to do, because then they make out during movies.
I've done that with some of my stoner bros back in the day. We wouldn't lock lips, but you'd get close enough and just...
Honey, that's really sensual and like...
Oh, I'm a sensual man.
Intimate.
I'm a sensual, intimate man.
Okay,
Always have been.
They were taking it in other ways than just getting high.
Always have been.
So anyways, we've been we've been like second-handing, what'd you call it again? Shotgunning each other.
Yeah.
And it's saving us so much money.
Dude,
and
this
it
pen
actually
we
helps.
still have that pen.
Yeah, it actually helps me more because it's too harsh out of the vape.
The CBN is harsher than the CBD.
So the CBN is for
pen
sleeping.
Months ago. The first pen we burned through real quick.
Yeah, that's because Mr. Suckboy over here thought it was...
I am an addict.
A thick shake from In-N-Out.
I do everything like an addict, honey. I don't know if you've noticed
this. But here's
this,
the thing, though.
but
I tell you not to, and you still do it. Like, babe, you don't need that big a hit. Babe, stop sucking
and
in.
Here's
babe,
the thing.
Stop.
And here's the thing. I'm an addict. So when you tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it even more. Look at my records. I buy a shit ton of vinyl records, and I don't listen to any of them.
Nothing.
I don't. I have records
and it's because I
everywhere.
said stop buying it. And
I
by
want
the way,
the rare records.
The only reason I said stop buying it is just because of the space it takes up.
I want the rare vinyl. No, what I'm doing is we do have a cheap little record player, which we do use sometimes.
I bought you that record player.
It's one of those wooden Costco ones that has a tape
it's not
player.
From Costco.
I'm not saying it is. It's one of those ones.
Oh my God, you ungrateful business.
I love it. And we do listen to records on it if we're playing cards or something like that. And
how much is a record player supposed to be?
Oh my God. That's not the point. The point is when you get a turntable and then you have to get like speakers for it. This is like an all-in-one thing where you can't really get the full true sound of the vinyl record.
I thought that saved space. I liked that it was compact.
I like it too. And we can hook this one up to speakers.
I know.
So it's a decent record player, honey.
Okay, I can't.
Anyways,
I
have
really
a
hard on
ton
that.
of vinyl records. If anybody wants to talk vinyl with me, I collect it, but I don't really listen to it.
But we know all the words to every song. Like, it's all our good favorite songs.
Well, I like some of them I buy because it's an investment.
Yeah.
Like the Crow soundtrack, which is our favorite movie. There's certain things I like to buy because I also like memorabilia for certain, like the Crow. If there's something rare that comes out with the Crow and I can get my hands on it, I'm going to get my hands on it. So I laid down, $65 for this fucking vinyl record because it was
which other people were trying to sell for $200.
Right. And it still goes for that. And they only made 8,000 of them. So it's a limited edition and it's a soundtrack. Whatever. I don't even know why I'm talking about this right now. But if you want to talk about collecting vinyl records and not listening to it, I'm your man.
Oh yeah, so Sean and I have been on this kick, so I started following all these mentors and millionaires because that's what we want in our lives. And it's so amazing how you start listening to what they say and how they run their lives, and you very much can take it as an example. And one of the things we were talking about is no longer buying extraneous stupid
Worthless
shit.
Worthless
that
shit.
like a new top or a new pants or whatever.
Like, what happens when you die and you're sitting on fucking 75 vinyl records?
Wait, what do you mean? I was making a point that you only buy vinyl records that are an investment.
I understand
and
that.
increase in value, not decrease.
Of course they will, but I'm just saying nothing is real.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand why we would go and buy whatever kind of records that are just to listen to, because that we already pay for Spotify and we have it, and it doesn't take up space. You know how I am about space. I don't like things. I like
Think
less.
about making the jump over to Apple iTunes.
Fine, I
Apple
don't care.
Music.
But my point is, like, we don't need any more stuff. It's like everything needs to be saved so that we have whatever we want later.
I think we purge pretty often. Like, we get rid of stuff. I luckily had a storage unit full of, and it hurts me sometimes. So I say luckily now, because in the long run, I don't know, whatever. I had a storage unit. It had all my stuff in it.
Yeah, it's sad.
Strung out on heroin. It got auctioned off. So I lost it. I had instruments in there. I had family photos.
Vintage T-shirts, concert
oh my
tees.
God, I had so many vintage band shirts.
Do you know what's interesting?
But hold on. My point is that I view it now as a blessing because I don't have to lug all that shit around. And now, I mean, I bought some clothes over the years, but literally,
Baby, you said I bought and not boughten. Give me a high five. That's a first. Yes.
so I bought clothes over the years, and I said,
That makes me so excited.
I said bought that time.
You did. I
Yeah.
didn't hear.
But we get rid of stuff all the time, and it was a blessing for me because I don't have to lug all that shit around anymore, even though I've accrued some stuff. But everything I have can almost fit into one closet. One little tiny closet is all my stuff.
We both just have one, we have a double closet.
You have a little more stuff than me, babe.
Are you kidding? We have the same amount. One drawer each there, one shelf. And we have one.
Now, here's
And by the
deal.
way, your
You
shoes
have
are on my
1,
side.
2, 3 shelves.
No. The third one is all computer, random stuff.
1, 2. They don't know what we're talking about. You could get rid of some more stuff. Learn
I'm always
from me.
giving
Learn
away
from
stuff.
me and the Millionaire Mentors.
I am always getting rid of shit.
Yeah, you are.
beast.
You are.
All right. And then what I was going to say is very similarly, by the way, but in a completely different way. I also lost a lot of my vintage concert T-shirts, a lot of my memorabilia, a lot of my pictures when I was little, because I had them shipped here and they fucking lost all the 2 boxes.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. And
Somebody stole that shit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And
That happens a lot. We got crooks working at the post office.
hell yeah, we do.
Your mom sent you your license in the mail, and it must have felt like a
Gift card.
So that envelope went missing. And then, 3 weeks later, the envelope is on top of our mailbox, slit open. It's open.
Opened.
Someone opened it. And, thank God they felt bad. So they had
Yeah.
a conscience, and they were like, I'm going to put this back. But
Well,
I
they
don't
probably
know.
also didn't want to get caught because that not only is it a federal offense to open mail,
Yeah.
but that's fucking state issued shit.
You thought it was a neighbor that got it. I don't think so. I think it was a post person who fucking opened it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Either at the sorting facility or the one delivering it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Some shady shit going on up here.
Shady motherfucking shit.
I remember we have a new post person, so we can talk about this. Not that they're listening, but there were days where we would not get mail for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then our mailbox would be completely stuffed. Our mailman for a while was not
He was lying.
going out every day.
He was fibbing.
Yeah. He was just stalking the truck and being like, fuck this noise.
He's just chilling. Remember those stories where mailmen were just dumping their mail? Have you seen that? Like
No.
last year, people were just throwing mail away.
Well, maybe that's what happened to ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Whoa. That'd be weird.
That'd be shitty. Just do your fucking job, and if you don't like it, get a different one.
Let's do the segment.
Okay. So we're going to talk about things that most people like that we don't.
Yeah. Things
And-
that most people like.
Did you I haven't really even thought of something yet. Have you thought of something?
No.
I could probably think of something real quickly. It's usually pretty easy, like a pop star or maybe a food. Things that people like that I really don't like. How about Amy Schumer?
Yeah.
I mean, do people really like her? I don't know. She's got Netflix specials and she's made movies.
She also stole our cooking show.
She did steal our cooking
Like-
show. We started a quarantine cooking show, and then her and her husband magically started one.
Months and months later.
And, Bethany and her are in the same circles of people, so I don't know if she saw or somebody saw somewhere, because we used to tag Food Network in all our videos.
Yeah.
So maybe they saw that and then approached her. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. We can blow up our egos and be like,
I've never heard her say anything funny. Not once. Not one time. Granted, I have never actually sat down and watched one of her specials, but I've seen clips of her, people post or something like that, or I've seen a commercial or something like that. Well, we watched the cooking show because I wanted to see what she was doing. Not one funny fucking word came out of her mouth.
It was actually boring. Like, I was bored.
So I think a lot of people like her, and I don't.
Well, I think, I respect that she's doing well and all of that.
Kudos to her
great.
for her
Yeah.
success. I don't think she's funny at all.
I think it's not our humor, for
Not our
sure.
brand, yeah.
Not, I'm all about truth and, real shit and real life stuff, and I don't make it something else just for, the idea of a good punchline.
Yeah.
You can write like that all day, write movies and TV then. But for me as a stand-up, I really love when it's, I can name a few people that remind me of that, but it's they take real life stuff, like Louis C.K. It's his real life.
Oh my God,
and he
he's
talks
so
about it,
funny.
makes it funny.
He's
and,
the funniest guy
Yeah.
ever.
And there's something to me that's so vulnerable and relatable and funny in that. I don't have two little girls, but I'll fucking laugh at Louis, how he relates to his children.
Well, he's real about it. If they're
It's real.
if they're assals, he calls his little daughters assholes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not for, what's that word I'm looking for?
Shock
value. I personally hate that humor. It just never has done anything for me. I don't get it.
I took out my bloody tampon from my pussy. Am I right?
Right.
Was that shock humor? Did I do it right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Did I do that right?
Yeah, I'm sure Amy Schumer wears tampons though. So there might be.
Oh yeah, she does Tampax commercials.
Yeah.
So
Oh
she
yeah, we
does.
just saw her in Tampa.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not
funny, by the way.
And by the way,
To make a tampon sandwich for Tampa Day.
I'm not. It's hard for me because she's a woman and I want to support. That's
This
what I
has
mean.
nothing to do with her being a woman.
No, I know. It's hard for me because, I do feel
You don't want to tear down your fellow female and comedian and
killing it.
actor
Yeah,
and writer, right?
But the stealing thing. But seeing her show after months of ours. Not that I thought. Look, I have no idea. It could be very well a big old coinky dink, and that's fine.
I'm sure it was.
But I was hitting Food Network, all of these places hard.
Yeah.
And granted, I'm not Amy Schumer. She's got millions of followers. I think. I don't know.
You're not tearing down her career in any way. I mean, she's not our brand.
She's not our brand.
And that's the point of this. A lot of people like her.
Obviously, that's a brand of way more people than like my stuff.
Maybe that could be the name of the segment. Not our brand.
Not our brand. I like that.
Yeah.
We're finding it out with you guys. But yeah, I wish I could just talk frankly, and I would, but not to diss, but when she is brought up with other people, I have yet to find someone who's like, oh, I love her.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it?
Yes. So it might be Ooh, I almost said it. But it might be a concocted, awesome team she has.
Kind of political, maybe.
Of
They kind of
course.
just throw it in your
well,
face.
if you
and you're like,
remember,
"You will
there was
like
that
this."
shooting at her movie. Do you remember that?
No.
There was her movie premiered and there was like a shooting in one of the theaters and then
Okay.
she kind of said no guns and all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too crazy, but
What is that? What are you talking about?
I'm saying it got a lot of promo, got a lot of
Oh, right.
heat and stuff behind
Well,
her
you
name.
think they made that up? Or they made it happen?
No, not at all. That's not what I'm saying.
They did though.
I mean,
What if Amy Schumer's part of the deep state?
wouldn't that be hilarious?
Oh,
She
shit,
just walks
son.
in and she's like, "What's on the table today? My asshole."
Right.
Like, I don't know. I don't even know how she speaks, to be honest.
If she said that, that might actually be kind of funny if she delivered it properly.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's on the table today, Mr. President? My fucking asshole.
Right. See, again, that's our humor. So that's what I mean. It's definitely not her voice.
Yeah.
But her, maybe
What's
her
on the president? What's on the table today, Mr. President? Fucking dum doo doo head.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
No, I feel like her. No, and I haven't seen any of her stuff really. Like you said, just clips. But I feel like her taste would be she'd walk in and be like, "Who am I fucking today?" Right? Did you? Oh yeah, you did a quiet fart, guys. Anyways, I don't want to.
That one smells so bad. It smells like broccoli and Brussels
Oh
sprouts.
God, you must be eating all that healthy food.
Hey, so what's okay? So Amy Schumer is just
Yeah.
one of those things. Good luck. Keep going, Amy.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
Tampax commercials are.
I mean,
killing
it would love like it's whatever. I'm
Who wouldn't
I
love that?
guarantee I'm not her humor, and she gets to talk even more shit
Right.
about me because
And
I'm
she
nobody.
can. And
Yeah.
maybe we're not your humor listeners, and you want to talk shit about us. Why don't you say it to my face, huh?
And actually-
why don't you say it to my face?
If you watch one of our cooking shows, our Couple of Nuts cooking episodes on YouTube, it's one of the later episodes, but we actually watch her show a
Yeah.
little bit and we kind of dissect it as we go.
Go search that out. Go to BethanyDwyer.com and you can watch A Couple of Nuts cooking. Let us know what you think about it.
Yeah, my YouTube channel's on that, so
Let us
just
know
go to
if
there
if we should keep doing that.
because because we've put up more stuff after that. So, but if you go to BethanyDwyer.com and then you hit the YouTube channel thing, it'll take you there and just search out the Couple of Nuts on there.
So Amy Schumer was not my brand. What's yours? What is it that a lot of people like that you don't? And now it could be a food, it could be a drink, it could be a person, it could be a genre of music.
There's so many things that I get overwhelmed because I know I hate so many things. Let's see. Okay, Burger King.
Huh.
You
don't like Burger King. I remember you saying that really early on in our relationship.
Oh, because I made it clear, like, I'm never going to Burger King with you. Like, that's not going to happen.
We did go to Burger King once.
Because we were starving.
No. They did the Impossible Burgers. So
then we went
it.
twice because we also went.
We liked it the first time we got it, the Impossible Burger.
Oh, I thought that was delicious.
And then they added their smoke flavor to it
yes,
and it got
and
weird.
it was just not okay. Because we went back again because I was like, get me the fucking Impossible Burger. That was so good. But no, we did go one other time, if you remember. It was on the corner somewhere. We were out in the middle of nowhere doing our estate sailings.
Yeah.
And we were so hungry. Remember, we were out forever.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, we were so whiny and angry because we were hangry.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I grew up on Burger King, so
I fucking hate
I
it.
grew
I hate the
up on that
fries.
shit. Grew up on it.
Whatever they're doing to their fries, stop it.
They changed their fries.
Well, I'm not going to go and check.
A little over a decade ago, they changed their fries.
They used to coat it with something, and
They
it was
still
so
do.
fake.
It still leaves like a film on your
Ugh,
mouth. Even
it's
more so now than it did
atrocious.
before.
Yeah, it's probably less potato than it was back then.
Yeah.
And then their burgers, I hate. Yes, the fake, like they paint the lines and then they add some sort of fake smoke thing.
Yeah.
I can't fucking
Fake
stand it.
smoke
I
flavor.
didn't used to like the seeds on the bun. Correct? They have seeds on
Sesame
their bun.
seed buns, yep.
Not into it. And their chicken nuggets, go fuck yourself. What are you doing with your chicken nuggets?
Wow.
And the sauces are terrible. They're so sweet. Just everything about Burger King is like, I'm a queen.
Guarantee if you drink out of one of those 82-ounce big gulp, you're eating at Burger King.
Yeah.
Because you got a big old sweet tooth. I grew up on it. I used to get 2 plain cheeseburgers. I used to put my fries on the burger.
You'd have to because everything tastes so sweet.
And then put some ketchup on it and then squish it. Just squish the shit out of it. And I would eat a French fry cheeseburger, just god-awfulness.
Yeah, that's why, because the burger was so bad, you had to add other things to it to make it delicious.
I get it, though. We don't eat there anymore. We don't eat really any fast food, but a lot of people like Burger King, and it's not your brand.
McDonald's, forget about it.
Yeah, let's not
if
do
I
that.
smell it,
I'm going to want to eat it now.
well, I'm just saying, it's not, I want people to understand that I eat terribly.
Yeah.
And I do love me some fast food.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Well, now it's you turn me on Chick-fil-A. I'd
Chick-fil-A's
never
number
had
one.
Chick-fil-A before I met Sean. Was never on my radar. Same with Taco Bell. I never really.
Taco Bell,
I ate
don't
it when
like
I was
anymore.
a teenager. That's it.
Taco Bell I
wonder
cannot do anymore.
I wonder how much it deterred my growing since I had it so much when I was a kid.
Oh, babe, I grew up on Burger King, McDonald's, because both my parents worked all the
Mine too.
time. And there was even a point in time where all I would eat is Jack in the Box tacos.
Again, you turned me on, but
Those
I
are
don't
good.
like them.
I'll still eat those.
Those are, it's like a piece of plastic with some cotton fuzz beef in it.
That's
I
what we're
don't
getting.
understand
it's
that.
Not, it's like fake meat. It's not even meat.
That's what I'm saying. It's cotton. It's made out of like cotton or something. I don't know.
I think it's mostly soy.
Whatever.
But-
It's a piece of, it's crumpled shit amongst like paper towel fucking tortilla. I don't like it. But anyways, I just want people to know how much I love me some fast food. And Burger King is never on the menu.
It's not your brand.
No.
And that's the
Nothing.
name of this segment, motherfuckers, and you're
It's not my
welcome for
brand.
it. Not
It's
my
not
brand.
my brand.
Nut.
It's not my brand. It's not your brand. It's not my brand.
Couple
Never
of
my
nuts.
brand gonna eat
Couple of
that.
nuts.
You better
Do
run
not
off
your
my
brand.
land. It's not
Couple
my
of nuts.
brand.
Couple
Hey,
of nuts.
man, it's not
your
my brand. Hey.
Couple of nuts. It's not your brand.
No.
Oh,
Oh shit, son.
That's a high five, you heard.
God.
Okay, nuts.
I feel like we should end it there because that was
That's the perfect note to end on.
We'll make up a real song too, but like maybe that is the song.
Maybe that's a lot of work for me, and I just am tired. So, but thank you all so much for listening.
You guys have been so good during
love
this.
you guys.
Like
You guys-
I feel like peak performance.
You guys killed it. Okay, you guys killed it on listening to this episode because you're still here listening to us.
Can I just give a little prop to the people who will relate to me when I say you guys accomplished something?
You accomplished.
You can check the box.
Check it off.
You have something to scratch off your list. You made strides today.
That's something what I'd like you people to do, actually. Go ahead and, if you wouldn't mind, put us on your checklist.
Yeah.
Every week, maybe you do your checklist. Got to take out the garbage. Got to wash the car.
Can I tell you what I used to do on my checklist?
This. Put a couple of nuts talking. Listen to a couple of nuts talking. You know what else you could even do? Go way back to the first episode because we're over 20 episodes deep now.
Oh,
We've
shit,
been on a ride.
son.
We've been on a ride for months now.
We are
everybody.
committed.
This is crazy.
We are committed. We might as well do a ceremony of a couple of nuts.
Put us on a checklist.
Do you know what's interesting about a checklist, babe? My happiness comes from doing something off of a checklist.
I get it.
So, but here's what I would do then. On days where I knew I was going to procrastinate and not do something, I would write shower.
Sure.
I would write get the mail.
Yeah.
I would write put shirt away.
Yeah.
So that I can do those
Keep
things.
it simple.
Yeah. Boom. And I'd cross it off and I'd have 3 checks off my thing.
That's
and
called KISS, honey. Keep it
It's
simple,
simple,
stupid.
No, you can.
No, that's what Michael
Sweetie.
Scott. That's what Michael Scott
I know,
said to
but
Dwight.
you can say keep it simple, sweetie.
All right, everybody. That's it. We're going to wrap it up, and we love you guys. Don't forget to follow ACON Podcast on Instagram and A Couple of Nuts Talking Podcast on Facebook. Review us. Tell your friends about us. Put us on a checklist. And until next time, stay nutty, everybody.
Oh, what am I supposed to say?
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye for now, Kimpses.
Kimpses. I had a brain fart.
Bethany
Bethany
and Sean.
and Sean.
We are a couple of nuts talking